Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. The majority of this I'm actually going to fast forward because I have a ton of writing to do, and that's because I'm going to be setting up my monthly budget planner in my November budget workbook. So this is the workbook. If you haven't gotten your hands on it already, you can still request it. The link is in the bio down below, and I will grant you access, and then you can download it and you can save it to digitally plan if you have software like Adobe Acrobat that can turn it into a fillable PDF, or you can print it out like I did. This is for my big happy planner, and you can also adjust it when you're printing, double-sided of course, to fit a classic size. You just have to reduce your settings to 83%. So this is my month on 2 pages. This has my pay dates and my fixed expenses, a little bit of variables, subscriptions, all that. But what I want to concentrate on getting done today is the monthly budget planner. And I can see the pen that I had used. It's such a beautiful pen. It writes so smoothly. It's a tool pen, but it did bleed through. So I'm going to switch it up and probably choose, I think I'm going to go back to my Muji, and this is a 0.38 tip, and it's like a scratcher pen. It's so fine, but it writes so nicely. So this is a brand new one. I think I got a pack of 10 of these on Amazon a while back, but they write so well. So I'm going to turn this over so I can write conveniently. I'll fast forward through it, I'll come back, and we'll go over it. So let's get into it and talk about it, because there's definitely some changes this time, and I am not happy that we owe a little bit of money, but I'm also kind of, you know, I'm okay with a little bit of a shakeup, I guess, because when things are like the same all the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody's going to want to watch this. This is the same content. It's the same numbers. It's the same bills. So it's a little bit different this time. So I do have 3 paychecks, and twice a year, since I do get paid bi-weekly every other Friday, twice a year I have a third Friday, which is like a third check. And since we do pay our fixed expenses a month in advance, it actually does feel like bonus pay. So I am getting paid personally on the 1st, and then again on the 15th, and then lastly on the 29th. So I never plug in the amounts here because I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched. Is that the expression? I always want to say eggs in there somewhere, but you guys know what I mean. So I plug this in later when I do my end of the month reconciliation. So down for fixed expenses, we do have some changes. I'm going to zoom in just a bit. So our mortgage is the same, and I'm hoping that we're able to refinance sometime in the near future. You know, I've been pretty open and honest about our house, and if this is too much house for us, you know, eventually. So I don't think this is going to be our forever home, but you never know what could happen. But in the meantime, I think it would be nice while we are here if we could refinance if the price was right. So right now our mortgage, just principal and interest, is $1,867.96. Our homeowner's insurance changed ever so slightly. It did go down. So I was paying $148.98 and now I'm paying $115.42. So my husband actually got our insurance situation sorted out, because you guys knew, or if you've been with my channel for a while, you know that I've been talking about how I thought we were overpaying for our car insurance plus our homeowners. So everything is bundled. We still can pay it separately because the policies are separate, but we're getting a bundled discount. So the homeowner's insurance is $115.42 a month, and then our gas bill is, I budget $150, and I budget for the winter months, even during the summer, because whatever I don't have to pay, if it comes in under that, great. I just don't like it to come in over. I like it to stay, underneath those thresholds. So I budget a little bit high all year round for gas, electric, and water. Water is pretty much on the money, though. I shouldn't say I budget high for that. Our water bill is so freaking expensive. Our sewage is in there too. I know some people pay water and sewage separately, but still, it's very expensive in my opinion. So budgeting $150 each for gas and electric, $130 for water, trash $35 a month. I can pay this every 3 months, or I can pay it monthly. I've been doing it monthly, so that's fine. Car insurance went up a little bit, so I was paying $183.66, and my husband did get a new truck, and he is paying a higher payment, but also the insurance on it is more expensive. So his lease was up, and this is just what he chose. So our car insurance is $194.48 a month. His payment is $458.48, and my payment is $361.95. And cell phones, we budget $180. It's usually just under that, and we are still paying for our cell phones. It's so ridiculous. We can't pay them off early, because if we do, we lose the incentive discount. That's how they keep you as a customer, not under contract, but you know what I mean. And then cable and Wi-Fi plus a landline for my mom. Our cable is so expensive, and please don't tell me to cut the cord. I know so many of you have done it and are enjoying that and whatever, but it's just not something I think we'll do in the near future. So we are still paying out the wazoo for our cable. Let's go to our variables. So since we have 5 weeks, 5 Saturdays, 5 Fridays, whatever you want to call it, and I do our grocery shopping mostly on Saturdays, I did budget that extra week. So we budget around $175 per week. And then dog food, $150. So I typically budget $120 on a regular month, $700 on a regular month. So I added in that extra week there. And then for gas, $500. So we budget $100 a week for 2 vehicles. Bank of America, I'm going to be paying that off this month. And you guys know that was a little bit of our window expense we put on there. So I owe an additional $430. I'm just going to take care of that. Prescriptions for us are right around $240. That might be going up because I might be doing asthma injections. I don't know. So yeah. But anyways, like the biologics, I guess I should call it. Dining out, we budget around $250. That's about $50 a week, which is really actually low because we like to go out to eat, and even though we do choose really inexpensive places, it's still for 2 people, sometimes 3, but it just depends on if my mom goes with us. Household expenses, that's like cleaning stuff, maintenance, just whatever. Could be light bulbs, could be things to hang pictures, could be command hooks. We're getting into the holiday season, could be anything. So this could actually, I could exceed this, but I budgeted $250. Personal expenses, I budgeted $150. I do need a haircut really badly, and I don't pay that much for my haircuts, to be honest. Even if I go to this nice Aveda salon near me, it's not a tipping salon. So the haircut itself includes the blow dry, the wash, everything, and it's very inexpensive. But to be honest with you, in the past 6 months, I've gone to a walk-in place a few times, and I don't find that I've had the best experience, the best haircut of my life, but it's still very, very convenient just to pop in when you have a moment. So our little pug Stella, her prescriptions run about $155 a month, and carpet. So we did a massive purge finally of our basement, and our basement is divided into 2 sections. So the one section is very raw, so it's for storage basically, whatnot. And then the other half was semi-finished, but they didn't really finish it. And there's a full bathroom down there. So, it could be nice. So my husband and my nephew spent a lot of time down there purging and really making it a nice space in the front part that's partially finished. So we decided to carpet that area. It's not the whole area by any means, but we just chose a Berber, not the most expensive by any stretch. And the guy gave us a super good deal because he carpeted our upstairs and steps when we first moved in. So $19.20. So I'm going to pay about $400 on that, and I have a 0% interest credit card. So we're good. For subscriptions, Canva, Hulu, Netflix, The Cloud, Car Wash, XM Radio, and Paramount Plus. So a lot of these, like, I mean, we do use them all, but sporadically. So Canva is $15. I do use that almost daily. Hulu has gone up so much. I want to say I'm paying not quite $15, but real close to it. Netflix went down because I have an ad subscription now. So, you know, that's not the greatest, but it's okay. I mean, I can watch a commercial to save some money. $8, and then the cloud is $2.99, so I rounded up to $3. Car wash subscription monthly is $40, and we are getting our use out of it, so I'm happy about that. We do share it. And XM Radio, $15 for both our vehicles. Well, it's going to be again. His is free for a little bit, and then Paramount Plus $7. So I'm just going to add up our fixed expenses, just so I can plug that in. So 1867. And in fact, let me fast forward through this too. The last thing I didn't go over was the savings portion. So for property taxes, I put away $350 a month, and I'm going to be paying those twice a year, bi-yearly. And general savings, I'm going to try to aim for $500. Christmas Club, I'm going to try to put in the last $400. Same with Black Friday, I'm going to try to put in the last $100, and that'll be it, because we're going to start spending Black Friday. So Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to start our Christmas shopping. I did buy one gift already though, so no, 2 gifts. So they're just little. And then my 1 through 100 savings challenge, I'm going to try and put $80. It could be a little bit less, a little bit more. I really need to look at that and see where I'm at with it. So our fixed expenses came in at a total of $3,903.29. Our variable expenses came in at $3,400, and our subscriptions came in at $103. So I'm just going to guesstimate, and I'm going to guesstimate low. So I'm going to say 1720 plus 2455 plus 1720 plus 1720 plus 1000 plus 1000. Let's hope we end up with 9615, and I don't even know if that's going to cut it for what I'm budgeting. So I might end up cutting. This is a forecast. This is what I'm planning to do. It doesn't necessarily mean this is what I'm going to be successful at. All right, I think I did that right. So it looks like I should have $778.71 remaining after all this is paid for. But I think I hit the add button at one point. But anyways, I'm not going to go spend too much time through that. But that is what my monthly budget planner is looking like. So you guys know the drill. The next thing I do is I get into my paycheck breakdowns, and we will do those together. And if you want, let me know if you want me to do goals with you. I'd like to set my goals, and if you'd like me to share them, sometimes it's good to get inspiration from each other. And then I have lots of other worksheets in here. And lastly, the last thing I want to say is I will be sharing December's budget workbook as my final free giveaway. And I hope some of you have been really enjoying the worksheets and the workbooks, as well as my holiday planner. So the links for those are down below for November and the holiday planner. Let me know if you have some ideas, because I have so many worksheets that I've created just in my own archives. And I'm thinking about possibly, and this is just an idea, I'm not sure I want to go back to Etsy. Because Etsy is very, very saturated with lots of people doing their own designs and printables, and the competition is fierce. Everybody out there is so talented. So I'm not sure that I would be very successful at that at this point, because like I said, it's very saturated. But I may do something like a subscription. So for like a set amount every month, you will get a guaranteed amount of printables and workbooks and things like that, worksheets, all kinds of different things. So it'll be presented to you monthly as a kit that you can download. I'm not sure that I'll ever be offering printed services. I may try it, but ink is so expensive. For my tiny little operation that I have here, I think I would have to charge more than these things are actually worth if I had to print and ship everything. And that's not something that you guys would be interested in. You don't want to pay too much. So, yeah, I might do a subscription for digital downloads and maybe throw in some bonuses here and there. You know, maybe once a month I will actually put something in the mail to you, or not once a month, but like once a quarter or something like that. I don't know. I haven't really ironed it out, but I'd love to talk to you about it. So I think I'm going to be going live on TikTok at some point in the near future too. So if you do have a TikTok account and you would like to join me over there, that way we can go back and forth on some live videos and chats, and I can get your feedback and ideas, but I also love them in comment form too. So thank you so much for supporting my channel, for watching my videos, and I hope that you are having a great week.